He's speaking at the Mining Investment Conference in Rustenburg in the Northwest. Mantashe said mining companies must pool resources and inject the money back into community projects instead of just holes and sports fields. Meanwhile, a group of angry people stormed the conference yesterday to demand that local communities benefit from mining operations in the province. The group also demanded to talk to Mantashe, who eventually met with the protesters. He asked them to arrange a proper meeting in which they could talk about their grievances. For more on this, let's bring in our reporter, Tebogo Pakedi. A very good morning to you, Tebogo. What's this conference all about?
Good morning, Desiree. Of course, good morning to the viewers. As you have rightfully stated there, this is day 2 of the Mining Investment Conference that is held in Rustenburg. This is a provincial conference. Desiree, you would know that Limpopo had their own 3 months ago, and of course, this is the second one. The department is also anticipating to go to Northern Cape. The idea is to ensure that the mines come together with several departments and, of course, other stakeholders to ensure that there are investments in the province, particularly when we talk of mining. You would know that the Northwest province, specifically this district, Bojanala, is where you would find a lot of mines, where you will find platinum, whether you talk of manganese, whether you talk of coal, among other minerals. But the essence of the conference to ensure that these stakeholders come together, but more importantly, as you have mentioned rightfully there, to ensure that they also involve the community. They adhere to the social labor plans. They adhere to different regulations. It was quite interesting to hear yesterday of the opportunities that these mines actually do have and can also use to help the communities. But of course, today we will be hearing more from different mines. That is Glencore, that is Impala Platinum, among the others, where we'd be able to hear all the programs that they have in their mines. Desiree.
So let's just take us through exactly what happened at the conference yesterday between the minister and the community members.
Yesterday, Desiree, I can just tell you that while all the delegates and all those who were invited were entering the conference venue, there were community members outside quite not happy, saying that they want to talk to Minister of Mineral Resources, that is Gwede Mantashe, saying that they are not happy at all. They've been sending memorandums to different mines that are allegedly not listening to them. They've been writing to DMR, unfortunately with no response. They were questioning the response that they were only getting as, we will get back to you, we will get back to you, but thus far not seeing any results or action whatsoever. But they later stormed the venue where the conference was held. Desiree. How they managed to get inside from the gate is a story for another day, but they managed to storm the venue saying this conference cannot go on, whereas we've got grievances that we actually want to raise with the minister. We cannot be ignored. Those were their words, but the minister managed to get out of the conference to listen to them. He was surrounded by them. They were quite aggrieved, quite angry. But what happened there, the minister being able to say to them, I hear that you do have grievances that you want to voice, but here, this is the department's program. What you will have to do is to invite me so that I can be able to listen to you. That was the agreement yesterday, Desiree. But I can just tell you that these community members were actually saying that it's been decades. Some saying it's been 12 years. Some saying, unfortunately, I live next to a mine, but there's nothing that we see there. So we saw the minister also responding during his keynote address yesterday, as you've stated there, that these mines have to do better. Saying some of them will actually say we did something for the community, whereas they just built a school, calling for these mines to actually come together, saying imagine how these social labor plans, we would be able to see the results if you come together as these mines, sit down and see what is it that you can do for different communities. Because there are instances where at one area, for an example, Phuket, you would find more than 5 mines there. You go to different areas around Rustenburg, they are actually surrounded by the mines, many of them regarding themselves as mining communities, going to an extent of saying even when the mines are giving people contracts, you will never see community members benefiting from that. You would never see community members even benefiting from the training programs that they had. So behind me, this entrance is the one that really these mine workers stormed the venue, getting inside, demanding to talk to the minister, who eventually went out to talk to them. It is yet to be seen, Desiree, if the minister will be meeting with them, if they will eventually invite the minister, and what the conversations would be. But I can just tell you that as the mining investment conference is going on here in Rustenburg, community members are saying we are not happy. We were actually not even invited. In other words, we are excluded on purpose. That's what they were saying, Desiree.
So as we speak to you, we can hear proceedings in the background. Are you able to tell us about any developments from today?
Yes, what I can tell you is that today's program concentrates more on listening to what the mines have to say. The delegates will be indulged by the programs that these mines have. It will be quite interesting to get inside and hear what they talk more about. But what I saw there, one of the mines explaining really their performance, the export that they get to have, particularly when it comes to platinum. You would know that the World Platinum Investment Council stated just late last year that there seems to be a deficit when it comes to platinum. So it's quite going to be an interest to see what these mines will have to contribute, particularly when you look at these mineral resources. You know, when making research of this platinum deficit, as compared to the surplus, they were actually saying, the council was actually saying that the COVID-19 itself had an impact. You would know that now, especially during level 5, Desiree, we know a lot of people were working from home. That's why you saw a purchase of many electronics. You talk of your iPads and so forth. They were saying that a lot of people bought cars, as you would know that an issue of social distancing, not everyone really who could afford to buy cars, not wanting to use public transport. This goes to the minerals that are used. You know, when you go back to the mines, those who are exporting these products, at the end of the day, to have an end product, which would be those electrical resources or even those cars and so forth. So the minister was saying that even when we talk of coal, there is a deficit. So it will be quite interesting to see what these mines have to say, particularly when they present what they export, when they present their social labor plans, what they've done for the community.
Well, Tebogo, we'll hope to get an update, but thank you so much for that crossing, Tebogo Pakedi, there for you.